We typically associate genius with a specific kind of performance, someone rapidly solving equations on glass walls, or dominating conversations with facts. Cognitive psychologists define intelligence differently. It is an active processing system, a mechanism designed to analyze and interpret the world in real time. This internal engine generates outward friction. Because processing happens beneath the surface, the resulting behaviors can look like awkwardness or social withdrawal. Identifying true intelligence requires shifting focus away from what a person knows. Instead, we must examine the subtle, everyday habits that reveal how their brain actually operates. High intelligence functions as a three-phase information pipeline, moving from data collection to rigorous analysis and finally adaptation. The first phase of this pipeline is input. A high IQ brain acts as a continuous data gatherer, constantly pulling in raw information from its environment. This manifests as a compulsive curiosity. It drives a person to investigate the hidden mechanics of everyday systems, from social hierarchies to the way a specific machine operates. In social environments, this gathering process often looks like silence. Highly intelligent individuals frequently hang back to observe group dynamics before contributing. This quietness represents an active state of pattern scanning. The brain is recording social cues and emotional data points to build a more accurate map of the room. Behaviors that look like social hesitation or intense skepticism are the vital first steps of feeding high-quality data into the cognitive engine. Once that data is secured, the pipeline moves to phase 2, processing. Sorting through this much information requires isolation. The prefrontal cortex needs quiet physical space to handle the heavy lifting of reflection and long-term planning. Research from the London School of Economics confirms this need. Highly intelligent individuals often feel less satisfied with frequent social interaction because their brains crave uninterrupted thinking time. This need for uninterrupted time often leads to late-night activity. High IQ brains adopt to non-traditional sleep schedules to find the quietest hours for cognitive work. This processing stage is also where self-directed speech appears. Audibly narrating thoughts helps the brain organize complex ideas and significantly strengthens working memory. When faced with a decision, the brain begins simultaneously testing multiple mental models. This creates a state of internal simulation that an observer might mistake for simple indecision. Isolation, late nights, and overthinking are the natural byproducts of this analytical engine running at peak capacity. In phase 3, this internal work finally translates into real-world behavior, the output. One measurable output is sophisticated humor. Connecting unrelated ideas and intentionally breaking patterns to create a joke requires high-level cognitive processing. Highly intelligent people often display a hyper-awareness of the limits of their own knowledge. This makes them less likely to fall into the Dunning-Kruger effect, where less knowledgeable people overestimate abilities. They treat beliefs as flexible mental models. When new evidence appears, the brain instantly updates the model. Intellectual output is defined by epistemic humility, the constant willingness to rebuild one's worldview based on the most accurate data available. The ultimate consequence of running this continuous processing pipeline is an inescapable search for meaning. A brain designed to find patterns eventually develops an acute awareness of the immense complexity of human existence. Solitude, vocalized thoughts, and shifting beliefs are the external signals of a mind engaged in deep internal processing. At its core, intelligence is a relentless drive to decipher the strange and fascinating puzzle of human nature.